Hello beautiful people, LosingDrea here, and today in my kitchen I'm going to make kielbasa, cabbage, onions, and noodles. It's a Polish dish, and to some it's even considered a German dish. It may be known to other ethnicities as a dish that they might cook, but I learned it from a roommate of mine back in the day when I lived in Bridgeport, Connecticut. And she said it reminded her of what Grandma cooked for her, so it was comfort food for her. And for me, it's comfort food because it contains my favorite pasta. There's two different ways that you can make it. The version that I show you, because I did not have the Ronzoni whole wheat blend pasta wide egg noodles, I use the Enriched wide egg noodles, Columbia brand. That actually makes a pretty big difference when it comes to the calories, fat, fiber, compared to using the Ronzoni. It's the only difference is the noodles, so I'll show you on my blog the differences between using the enriched wide pasta noodles compared to the Ronzoni whole wheat pasta noodles, and you can make the choice for yourself. Otherwise, it's just a lot of cabbage, the normal one package size of kielbasa, turkey kielbasa. Do make sure it's turkey kielbasa because it's half the calories and fat of regular Polska kielbasa, which is, I believe, a blend of turkey, beef, and pork. I could be wrong on that. Also note that in this recipe I am using pre-cooked, pre-smoked kielbasa. So if you see me cutting it on the same cutting board as my cabbage or whatnot, it's already been cooked. It is not raw meat, so I am not mixing the two. And also you might think, okay, this only takes about 30 minutes to make. If you're using raw kielbasa, you want to make sure, if you find raw kielbasa at your butcher or what have you, that you cook it well, because it is a poultry product, and just like chicken or pork or anything else, you want to just cook that really well. With that said, let's go over to the kitchen and see what I'm going to cook up for you. Here I have the Hillshire Farm Turkey Polska Kielbasa, and I have one whole 12-ounce package of wide egg noodles. You can use no yolks. I only have this right now on hand. Just as good, same calories and whatnot in it. I have a medium-sized onion that I'm going to chop up, and I have a whole head of cabbage that I'm going to slice. I have some garlic powder. You can use that, or you can use minced garlic, fresh whole garlic cloves, depending on taste, how much garlic you like. And this is an adobo, basically like a complete seasoning or sazon. I would suggest, if you had it on hand, just complete seasoning is fine, unless you don't want all the sodium. You can use a no sodium complete seasoning. I have one pot here with a strainer that I'm going to use for making the noodles, but we're not going to start that now, so we'll put that aside, because those noodles are only going to take about 5 or 6 minutes to cook. And over here I have another pot that I'm going to stick my sliced shredded cabbage into to have it cook down a little bit. And what I'm going to put into this pan with the shredded cabbage is just a tiny little bit of sodium-free, no MSG chicken broth, just to have it cook down just a little bit with the seasonings. Normally I would put a bunch of butter in with that and mix it around, but I'm going to omit the butter to try to save on a few calories and some fat. Okay, we're back, and I just wanted to show you I sliced up the kielbasa, probably like the same coin slices I did when I did the kielbasa and sauerkraut video. And this is 2 ounces weighed out of smoked kielbasa. Just so you can see, that's a serving. There is approximately 4, 5, 6, like 9 or 10 coins you're going to get per person. It's supposed to feed 7 people, this whole thing, but my family's going to eat more than that, obviously. There's only 3 of us in our family. So I'm going to slice all this up, put this in a bowl, then slice up my cabbage. I already have my onions here sliced up, and we'll come back. In my pan, I put my onions and sauteed them around, and then I added 2 cups of the sodium-free chicken broth and my cabbage, and I let that cook down with the lid on it. I add some seasoning and also stir that around and put that in there. Now I'm going to add my kielbasa. And the reason I'm adding my kielbasa to this is I want the flavorings from the kielbasa to cook through in with the cabbage and onions. So I'm going to give this a stir around and get this nice and evenly distributed. Put the lid back on and allow this to cook for about another 15 minutes. So I move the pans around so I can quickly bring my pot of water to a boil, and I'm adding in my egg noodles. Just going to give it a little stir. And I'm going to allow this to boil for only about 5 minutes. So the noodles are now done. I'm going to drain them, and we're going to add them together with the cabbage, onions, and kielbasa. So I transferred everything into one giant pot so that I can stir it around. So now in one pot we have the noodles, kielbasa, cabbage, onions, seasoning with the chicken stock that we used because we didn't use oil or butter. Okay, I'll plate this up and show it to you. So here we have it, kielbasa, cabbage, and noodles with onions. A delicious, tasty dinner. You can make it as a side dish if you're having a picnic or a party, and just for brunch. It's just a real good comfort food. It's got noodles. It's got yummy cabbage. Just delicious. Put a little bit of seasoning on it and season it to taste as you'd like it. And there you have it. Thanks for watching. Please comment, rate, and subscribe for more. If you have any suggestions of things you'd like to see me cook and Drea-tize, that's my low-cal, low-carb, low-fat style of cooking, please let me know down in the comments section or inbox me from my main channel page. I want to thank you for joining me today in my kitchen. Be happy, be healthy, be beautiful, but just be you. And I'll see you in my next video.